RealAgriculture.com's coverage of Canada's Farm Progress Show in Regina, Saskatchewan is brought to you by Morris. We hear you. Jolene, you're here at Farm Progress 2012. Talking about we need to stop the fight on the way to the funeral home. How come we haven't solved this problem yet of succession planning?
Oh, because people just want to do production. They want to do the weeds, the seeds, the breeds, the feeds, the cash flow, and the marketing. But they forget it's the people that do all that stuff. So sooner or later, little mosquito bites happen. We have a fight over this, or we disagree on that, or we spend too much money, or Mother Nature gives us something, and before we know it, that pressure has come in, and we want people to solve it, but they're not solving it. They're very good at production. We're going to be working on the people.
But there's a saying, we need to learn from our mistakes. Mm-hmm. We're not really doing a very good job in this area.
Well, I've been at a lot of kitchen tables, so and I've lived it too. We've all made a lot of mistakes, but what I want to share with them is what good businesses really do. How you can make a good business even greater so that the legacy of the land can continue. This means they're going to have to get some tools in writing, like a code of conduct, like a contract for communications. We're going to have a business overview, which helps us write the business management plan. And then we've got to understand that people think and work differently, so we even need a conflict resolution in place. You do all this when the times are good.
Why is writing it down so difficult for farmers? Because a lot of times for the younger person in the operation, they say, "Daddy, I think we should talk about this. We should write some things down." Well, should you not trust me? Like, why is that such a problem?
As one young man said, "You mean I thought I could trust my dad, but when he died, I find out I couldn't." So because a conversation is not a contract. So what we are after is to give them templates to get them started. Farmers and ranchers are really good people, and they want to do what's right. But since they don't know what right is, they don't do anything. But RBC does a great job. They've got a group of people that can sit down and work with you and do one step after the other, so that we're taking care of not just the labor, the management and the leadership as well.
So does this really seem like a sort of an endless journey? Like, will we, will we ever solve this problem in agriculture? Because maybe it's not just an agriculture problem, it's a small business problem.
It's a family business problem. And I don't care whether you're a funeral home director or a gas station owner, in what country you're from, because I consult in many countries. Family farmers and family businesses do the same things. They tend to perpetuate it because it's tradition and habit, and we don't want to hurt people's feelings because we have to sit together at Christmas, or Thanksgiving.
Right. Yeah.
But I write an article, and one I just wrote, if pleasing others is killing you, you probably want to stop.
Yeah.
And so it's a step back in time to elevate all of our traditions, which we honor, but to make sure that we have it in the management and leadership, that we have it done correctly, and we're working as a business-first family, not a family-first business.
But because we sit down at the kitchen table, or for Christmas dinner, isn't that one of the problems? Because that sort of is the barrier to start the discussion, right? Well, I can't really bring it. It's November. I really can't bring up the farm succession thing because we're having Christmas with your parents, like that kind of thing.
Well, we're going to do it in January. Okay?
Right. Yeah. After seeding. When we're done harvest.
We're going to do it in January. We're going to start the new year, and you were such a hoot. And what we're going to do is to make sure that we understand people do all the production. We've got good people out there now who understand the role of leadership and management, but they just want the tools, and they need to have it simple enough that it actually works. So, for example, farmers need to know job descriptions, but they're not going to write paragraphs, but we can do a chart. And so I give them a chart, and from that they will actually know who's responsible for doing something, who does the work, who you must consult with, and who you keep informed. From that chart, then you have how you pay them, whether it's a salary and fringe benefits, because you see the value that people bring. We've got to make the tools relevant. They have to be easy enough to use, and once they get started on the right track, the succession and the energy and the celebration starts. Then we can sit together as a family as well.
And it's not all horror stories. You must. I know that you see some success stories from family operations managing this succession issue properly.
Mm-hmm. It starts with managing not just the succession, it just means managing business correctly. And yes, many success stories, the advisory councils that I'm on, where we go into the farm families and we sit at a boardroom, or we go to a hotel and rent a meeting room, and we spend a day with an accountant, with an attorney, with a financial planner, with a family business advisor. They just get one day. And it's amazing how just that one day sets the tone for the entire year.
Jolene, it was great to see you again. Good luck today at Canada's Farm Progress Show, and hopefully we'll talk to you again soon.
And you behave until I see you again. Thank you.